Hello everybody, this is Upamanyu. Welcome to screencast number 13. And I think it's been a long time since I made actually a screencast on HTML, but today I'm going to do this, and this is going to be a quick tutorial about how you can make that go to top button that you often see in many of the websites. Now, go to top button is a very important thing when it comes to long websites. Now, people always get frustrated scrolling up to the top, at least I get, and then there is this go to top button to RSQ. Uh, just click it and you will be automatically scrolled all the way back to the top. So that's something we are going to build today. Now let's just first start by creating a project. It's a folder. I'll name it go to top. Go to top, yeah, GTT. That's fair, I think. And I'll just drag and drop this into Sublime Text 2. Okay, now we have this. Now we need to set up a couple of files. So I'll set up first an index.html, and the second thing we need is a style.css. Okay, we have both this file set up, and now I'm going to start editing the index.html file first, and then we'll go ahead to the style.css. So let's first start with the basic HTML format. So this is ready. I will not place the CSS inside the CSS folder. I'll just name this to my name, and I don't want the JavaScript, so I'll just delete this. And of course I'll name this go to top, and I think that's it. Yeah, that will do. Of course, if you want fallback for IE, you can always start by the shiv HTML5 shiv JS, and yeah, for now I think I'll hide the sidebar. Div, it will have a class of container. Okay, now inside this there will be an h group. This is just a tag we are creating. Inside this, an h1 will be sticky back to top because it sticks, and this is going to work like when we reach a certain length in the website, the button is automatically going to show up, so you don't need to do nothing to actually make that button show up in the web page. So that's going to show up automatically, and there will be an h3 tag, I guess, for quick tip. Okay, so that's it. It will be the header, kind of a header theme. So okay, we are finished with the age group, and now I'm just going to give it a rest. Okay, HR, and now we begin with the section. The section should contain a long paragraph, so I have already a long paragraph ready. So let's go ahead to the section, and inside this thing I will just paste a long text that I already have ready. So just open up Google Chrome or any browser you use, go to pasty.org/7640389, and you'll get this real long thing. Just copy the raw code for it. uh, just select all and just copy it, and just paste it in here. So actually, to test this whole thing, we really need long piece of text, so this should do all the work for you. And after this, again, I'm going to put an HR tag. So sorry, not h1, HR tag. And now let's begin with the next thing. Some footer, maybe some random footer. Okay, yeah, so after this we are going to end the div. Yeah, So I always like to comment when I end divs. So end container. It's quite a best practice to do so. I'll just comment this line because we don't want it to show up on our web page. And now we'll uh, have some JavaScript, or you can say jQuery. Okay, so I have this jQuery snippet ready. I don't think I'm getting this out of nowhere. I already have the snippets ready in Sublime Text 2. I'm using Sublime Text 2 as my editor, so it's quite a nice editor. You can try it out if you want. Uh, yeah, so I have already imported the jQuery. Latest, not the latest version, I think. Latest version, I think it's 1.9.1, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and write some scripts. So I'll say document and document ready. These are all the jQuery functions that you get. So if you're not familiar with some things that are, these are jQuery functions. If you're not familiar with very much with jQuery, then you can go check this out. There's really nice courses available on YouTube, as well as some of the paid courses are available, so you can really go check it out, and then you can view this course. You'll understand the tits and bits of this jQuery thing, although I'm going to explain you. So window, this will activate the window function. This will transfer the control into the window. Whatever browser you're using, that is the window. Then scroll. So we are basically scrolling. This is plain English, you must understand, may understand. So another function will be initiated if the window is scrolling. And what will be that function? So I'll say if this scroll top. This is another jQuery function. It detects at what length we are from the top. So if length, there is some pixel at length that you need to understand. This is not the length like 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. No, it's some pixels length. So we are from the top, we are a position which is greater than 200. Then have some conditions. Yeah, we will actually have this go to top button pop up. So I will name this go to top as go top. This will be the class, and fade in 200 milliseconds. This is just a basic jQuery animation, if you will. Yeah, if this is true, then this will happen, or else is again, I'll just copy this and paste it in. Okay, again, go top, fade out, again in 200 milliseconds. So this is basically the things that are going to happen real quick. Next, this is the thing that is going to happen if we are a position which is 200 pixel units. Let's call it pixel units from the top. Then this go to top button is going to fade in. And if you're less than 200, that means every other condition, every other scenario, it is just gonna fade out that whole button, go to top button. Now we also want to animate, so just add a comment, animate go to the top. So we want to animate this whole go to top thing. That gives a nice effect to the whole thing. So again, I'll just paste that thing in because we want that go to top button when it is clicked. We want to activate this function. So this is something we'll do, click. So when the go to top button is clicked, another function will be initiated. So we'll say function, an event. It will be an event, and we'll say that okay, when this go to top button is clicked, so event dot prevent default. Okay, so prevent the default things to happen, and what we'll do is another jQuery function, not a function. It will detect the HTML and the body tags. Okay, HTML and body tags. It is going to animate. It is going to animate. What feature is going to animate? It's going to scroll to top. That means scroll to top. That means in to the pixel position 0. So 0 pixel units whenever. So value from the top will be 0 pixel units. Scroll top will be set to 0, and it'll animate this whole thing in 300 milliseconds again. Now let's just close the task thing out. Let's just close this thing out, and let's just end this thing out. Okay, so we have our script portion ready. Now let's save this and let's view it in our browser for once. Let's see, let's go into this folder and let's drag and drop this into Google Chrome. Yep. Okay, we'll have everything ready, but only thing we need to do is we need to actually style that go to top button. So that looks fine to me. Let's go into style.css, and inside style.css I will need the reset.css. So let's go into the main reset.css. Okay, let's open up new tab. Web reset. Okay, so let's just copy this whole thing. Let's copy this whole thing, and we would want to paste it. So I'll just paste it in here. Yeah, so we are done with the first part of the CSS. We'll just style the general body, and then we'll go ahead and style the go to top button. So let me just add a comment. Sorry, general styles. Okay, now let's say what will happen to the body. So body will have a background, a grayish background of EA, yeah, and then the font, I guess it will be 314 pixels by 21 pixels, yeah. Helvetica, one of my favorite fonts, Nui, Helvetica Nui, and if it doesn't find Helvetica, then Helvetica. If it doesn't find that also, then Arial. If it doesn't find, then any sans serif font. Okay, that's with the font. There will be a padding, 2 ems all over. Okay, so next let's style the paragraph tag. We added many paragraphs, if you would remember, from chunk of text that we pasted. There were many paragraphs, so there will be a margin in the bottom, and the margin will be 1.5 ems, and there will be an HR tag. The HR tag will have a background. I think background color will be more appropriate. So it will have a background color of CCC, and then we'll have a border. We'll have no border actually, so border none has to be set, yeah. And height will be 1 pixels. Then we'll have margin again, margin of 2ems again all over. Then we go ahead and style the h1 tag. So the font size will be 32 pixels. That's a custom thing I'm setting up just to override the default settings. And the margin bottom will be 21 pixels. Okay, now I'll also want to style the h3. Now just so the h3 looks nice in respective to the h1. So again, font size will be 21 pixels and margin bottom will be 21 pixels as well. Now let's go ahead and style the container, whatever the text, the whole lot of text. Container. Okay, let's style the container. Background is gonna be white. Then we have the margin 0 all around and auto. There will be a padding of 4ems and the width will be 960 pixels. If you're familiar with 960 grid system, you'll definitely know what this 960 pixels means. So that's done with the basic styling, general styling. Now we'll go ahead and style the buttons. Style not the buttons, only the button, single button we have. But let's just first go ahead and view this new look in our browser. Let's just refresh it. Okay, I think there's some problem with the container. I think maybe some spelling mistakes, quick typos. Yep. So I missed a T. I just save it and let's just refresh this again. Yeah, so I think I'm getting exactly what I wanted. The go top class we added. So go top. Yep. And then position will be fixed. Then bottom, there will be a padding of 2ems. Bottom there will be a space of 2ems from the it will not touch the corner of the browser, so there will be a 2em space. Then in the right too, there will be a 2em space. The text decoration will be none whatsoever. So yep, and then we have the color, or we'll set to white, and then we'll have the background color. That again will be white, but we want to add an alpha, so RGBA, yep, 0, 0.3, alpha of 0.3. Then font size will be 12 pixels, padding of 1ems all over. Display, we'll set it to none, but whenever the jQuery class is activated, of course that will be displayed. There will be another go top, that's for when we hover over the go top button. Hover over the go top button, yeah. Okay, so just the background color will change, nothing else. It will be again an RGBA value, and we'll set it to 0.6. So I think that should do it. I don't know whether it will do it or not. I just refresh the browser and I go down, but this thing doesn't show up. There gotta be some problem with that. I'll just check everything out. So as it seems that the error is in this very line, and what can I say? It's a bad mistake. So I'll just add this, and let's go ahead and refresh this page again. This time I think it should do it. Yep, it's doing it. Okay, so you have this nice go to top button, fade in, and when you reach that particular 200 pixel units length, it will again fade out. See, in 200 milliseconds. So that was it for this quick tip. Hope you have liked it. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to support my channel, and please do post your comments, feedbacks, any kind of suggestions for this video or my channel down here in the comment box. You were watching screencast number 13. Thank you.